Entrepreneur Quantum Leap pattern number 1 is the first in a series of multiple patterns that I have modeled from years of coaching business owners. And I'm giving you the formulas and things, actual confluences of distinctions that create amazing breakthroughs and quantum leaps. They're right out of my high ticket coaching programs and courses that I've been teaching for many years, and they get results. So if you're interested in creating breakthroughs and getting to a whole new level, these kinds of patterns can get you there. So the first one is called Your Top 3. Hey, if you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Alexander Van Buren. I'm president of Skill Builder Seminars, and I'm a professional behavioral modeler. And for many years, I've been helping business owners do 3 things. 1, quantum leap your mindset. 2, actually acquire the skills you need to build the business you dream of and the lifestyle that goes with it. And 3, enter into entrepreneurial momentum where you get breakthrough after breakthrough and quantum leap after quantum leap. If that's what you like, that's what you want, you're in the right place. Here is step 1 in a 7-step process called Your Top 3. Well, now you've probably heard of, the Pareto principle and so on, and maybe you've struggled to apply it. This will absolutely show you how to do it. It begins with step 1, which is a presupposition, a deliberate assumption. And when it comes to assuming something, presupposing it, you want to just step in and act like it's true and notice how your experience changes. The power of presuppositions is that you don't have to believe whatever it is. You can try it on, like trying on a new pair of shoes or a coat. Please notice that trying it on, meaning walking around with it and doing it all out, is not the same as trying. Trying is another word for failure. You can try and fail. But when you try it on, you're actually just doing it and seeing how you like it, how it affects your real world. So presuppose this one thing. I want you to assume that 3 things will make 80 to 90% of your success in your business. They will determine virtually all of it. Just act like that's true. Assume it for a minute. So step 0 is to assume that. And step 1 is to absolutely determine what those 3 things are, clarify them, crystal clear. I recommend, of course, that you write them down. In fact, I recommend putting all 7 of these distinctions on a page so you have a template to walk through these steps. So step 1 is, after you've assumed that there are only 3 things that will make the biggest difference in your business, that's first. Step 1 is clarify them, know exactly what they are. And one suggestion, step back in the chain of cause effect. Typically, these things will be functions, marketing or lead generation, product creation or service creation. One of mine is strategy. You can't do much if you don't do marketing strategy. Where's your value proposition? Where's your uniqueness? What's your offer? I'm putting these into the category of strategy. What are the handful of things, just 3, that if you did them, it would be a game changer for your business? And another tip is to imagine doing those 3 things or having already done them. What would your business look like? And keep working on this and keep ruminating on it. Carry around a piece of paper until you're really crystal clear and you know what those 3 things are. This is the beginning of a set of dominoes that will put you and your business, that will place you in a whole new level or whole new zone when it comes to your business. That's step 1. Step 2 is to schedule them. So it's one thing to have clarity. That's what step 1 gives you. When you pinpoint those 3 things that will make all the difference in your business and you know what they are, you have clarity. Clarity is power. However, we need more than clarity. We need to bridge from knowing what to do to doing it. So the answer is to schedule them. I was once coaching a business owner and he said, I think my marriage is slipping. And occasionally when we're talking about business, the CEOs and people will bring up other personal issues and we spend a little time on them. And I said, well, why do you think that? And he said, well, we're missing our date nights. We usually do a Saturday date night, but we're both busy. We both have careers and we're just not getting to it. And I'm having trouble scheduling it. And so I paused and I said, well, is it on your calendar? And he went, whoops. And I said to him, one of the most powerful principles of time management. And at that time, I had been coaching it and training it for corporations for around 20 years. And I said, if it's important, it belongs on your calendar. And he put date night on his calendar with his wife. And sometime later, he introduced me at an event. And I was shocked because he said that I had saved his marriage, and he said it in the introduction, and I wasn't expecting that. So I don't know that I saved his marriage, but the distinction saved his marriage. If it's important, it belongs on your calendar, personal and business. That's right out of top time management training. So schedule these 3 things on your calendar every week, and I recommend every day. Put blocks of these 3 things on your calendar. That's step number 2. Step 3 is to focus on them. Now that they're scheduled, focus on these 3. That means when you do them first. Make them a priority. When you do them, refuse to do anything else. Don't interrupt them. Schedule blocks of time that are longer. This is high productivity, superpower time. It's on your highest value activities. Literally schedule longer blocks and take care of anything that interrupts it, because you want to be able to spend more time focused, uninterrupted on these 3 critical things. That's focus. So focus is power. Step 4. Take massive action on these things. Don't just act a little bit. Just don't kind of do it willy-nilly. Remember, I often say entrepreneurs are not proactive. That's an incorrect distinction, is how I explain it. They're not proactive. They're proactive to the extreme. And I like to say it that way because it kind of makes the point. So go ballistic, whatever that means to you. Schedule 3 or 4 or 5 things on each one. Start mapping them out. Go over the top. What is massive focused action to you on these 3 things? Make sure you write that down, create your own template, and have the schedule for massive action. And if it's not massive, at least it's a lot more. Okay, that's the key. Step 5 is to focus on completing them. Completion is crucial. The fact is that as entrepreneurs, we have all kinds of initiatives. If you're a classic entrepreneur like me, it's been described that you throw 8 balls up in the air and you chase them around. We've got lots of projects. We're busy. There's a lot to do. And that's part of what makes it fun and exciting and also challenging, obviously. However, there's a downside to that. And the downside is it just gets overwhelming and we get scattered. That's why focus is a superpower for entrepreneurs. Single handling. So once you get in there, you focus. So I have on my sheet here, as step number 5, complete them. Because there's so many initiatives, it's possible a number of them can remain unfinished and incomplete. You got to make sure you don't fall into that pattern. So a couple quick recommendations. What does complete mean to you on, say, number 1, number 2, number 3? Define the boundary conditions, at least at a certain phase. In other words, you got to get a certain sense of completion and a feeling of success at a certain level. You might need to divide completion into a few tiers or levels so that you can measure your progress and complete phase 1. If you're writing a book, you write the outline and you complete the outline. Really well done. Then you maybe write the book, then there's editing, and each one is a step. So that's just an example. But so this step is all about making sure you set yourself up to win by having phases that you can complete. Define them, lay them out. You can't get a sense of progress and completion if the boundaries are all over the place. And remember, these are the 3 initiatives that are going to have the biggest impact, the vast majority, on your success in your company. Making money, having the lifestyle you want. Choose what success is to you, your definition. I'm saying that presupposition, remember, These are the things that make 90% or so of my success. These three. Assume it. Then start walking through the steps. So make sure you build completion in. This is important. Step 6 is to obsess. Obsess on these three things. That means, and it creates energy. So we create clarity, we create energy and focus. There's nothing like it. How do you obsess over these top three initiatives without throwing your lifestyle out of balance or burning out, right? It's a great question. And there's more to it than just a simple thing. We need to practice renewal and so on. And I talk a lot about that. In fact, I'm going to make one of these Quantum Leap videos just on renewal. However, for now, so how do you obsess? So here's some thoughts. To obsess and yet still maintain balance in your lifestyle ecology, put passion into these three things. Imagine them completed so that you get fired up and they're part of a vision and you'll start to feel driven to complete them. Also remember, and I'm going to be making a Quantum Leap video out of this, vision creates inspiration, but vision is not motivating. We're inspired by a vision, but we literally can't get motivated by vision because it's too big. Like, act today on your vision. Your vision has got to be bigger than anything you can do today. And technically, a vision involves more than one person. And in some cases, a true vision is more than you could achieve in your lifetime. So visions are inspiring, but short-term goals are where the motivation is. So my recommendation, you can watch that video when I make it, on how to create the vision and the shorter medium-term goals and combine them so you have inspiration and motivation. For now, make sure you have both. Set a vision of these three things done and your company with them done, and then set short-term goals to inspire you to get into action. The reason this is so important is you got to have that inspiration, but the short-term goals are what make it feel possible. If you stare at a vision for too long, it's overwhelming. It's not possible. You can't do anything today to make that big, huge thing come true because it's going to take a series of things to make it come true. And in fact, entrepreneurs that dwell too much in their vision, okay, get overwhelmed and quote unquote stuck. So again, it's a yin yang. You want the big vision to inspire you, then the short goals that feel possible and you can go for and succeed on for motivation. So that's one of the best tips I can give you for this step. So I recommend you create both a vision and some short-term goals that feel exciting and doable and achievable. That'll get it done. Step number 7, and I've left the best for last, is the piece de resistance. And it's simply this: make an absolute commitment, a decision that you're going to quantum leap these three things. This is an intention. I could have put this at the beginning, but I wanted to save it till the end. You've probably read one of my favorite quotes about the fact that until one commits one's self, and then it goes on to explain that when you do commit yourself, then providence moves too. And it's a very famous quote. I'm not quoting it verbatim, but it is so powerful. When you make a real decision, there's no going back. In fact, the word decision comes from the Latin, I believe, decidere, which means to cut off. Because when you really make a decision, a real decision, you cut yourself off from any other possibility. So step 7 of these 7 steps, these things you can do, okay, for this quantum leap, is just make a decision. You're going to put all 3 of these on another level no matter what it takes. And then you'll be in an entirely new place. If you do these 7 steps, you will literally be embodying the 80-20 principle. In fact, what I just did was actually show you how to do it. If you heard about the 80-20 principle, you're not sure you're doing it, why leave it there? These 7 steps, I guarantee, will get it up and running in you and your business. Hey, if you liked this video, thanks for watching. Please subscribe and please comment on it. I'd love to hear what you think. Tell me the kinds of quantum leaps you want. in yourself and your business. I will read the comments and I'll start making them. I'll start responding. I can't promise to answer every request, but I will look through. So please make a comment. Answer this one question. What 2 or 3 quantum leaps would you like to learn how to make that would make the biggest difference in your business? This is one of many, and I hope you stick around and look for more. Thanks for watching. Hey, I want to inspire you and encourage you to grab some of the resources. I'm going to drop some links down below. The first is the new scaling mindset. It's the 5 mindset shifts that act as super catalysts for growing and scaling your business. I also have a program called the Workflow Optimizer. I've literally taken scaling a business and broken it down into some of the singular skills, and I put them into little micro courses so you don't have to spend a lot of money. You don't have to sign up for a big high-ticket coaching program. You don't have to build an operating system. All you have to do is build these skills a little bit one at a time. They have a money-back guarantee, 30 days. If you don't get results, let us know. We'll give you your money back. The first one is all about optimizing the workflows in your business. And the other one is even more amazing. I take the mindset shifts to the next level. And then I added the actual fundamental skill for scaling of being able to identify the finest opportunities for scalable growth that exists on the playing field on the board right now for you and your company. Think about having these 2 skills. So, it's unique. I think growing and scaling can be really overwhelming. And what I've done is break it down into bite-sized chunks. You can focus on it. You could probably do this first micro course in a week, the second one maybe 2 to 3 weeks, and you have 2 of the most important core skills for scaling a business. And it's just that simple. So check out the links below and enjoy.